Wilson, you know, every day is a new indicator of how freaking useless you are. Dude, you just watch, forget it. Just sit there and just, I'll do this. This is a new Sony BRAVIA 5, baby. This is the 65-inch variant.
Looks big.
Well, that's what she said. There we go. See? I'll be doing all this without your help, man.
Looks like you got it.
USB, got two of them there. You got a, what is that? 500 milliamps, 900 milliamps. You got your optical, you got your S center. Dude, if you are using Sony audio equipment, this S center speaker in, this is clutch right here. It gives you a nice elevated center channel performance. Then you got your HDMI 1, 2, 3 with eARC 120 hertz support. Then you got your number 4 with the same, well, it's not eARC, but you do get that 120 in there. Got your LAN input. You know what? This is a smart TV. Google TV is the interface. If you have access to a LAN cable, plug it in, man. You're gonna get the absolute best internet performance out of this. Sony TVs have a great Wi-Fi. Like they connect, and I never have any stuttering or lag or anything like that, but I always like to hardwire them in. Now, I have experienced other TVs where I've used Wi-Fi with Google TV and some of the apps and stuff, even YouTube, and sometimes I have experienced the lag. You remember that, Wilson, when we had them on Wi-Fi? The Sony TVs never let us down. Right there, that's where your power cable goes. You got two positions for these legs. Is this a leg or a foot?
It's like a foot, more like a leg.
It's more of a foot. This is all metal. I don't know what type of metal it is, but let me tell you something. If it hits your foot or your forehead, it's curtains. Boom, just like that. Oh, I wanted to show you this, Wilson. You got a hole right here and a hole right here. Then you got these two screws. If you want it on a higher setting, just unscrew these and move the holes. Boom, you got a little bit higher to go. So you can fit a sound bar up underneath there. Bam, the sound of new stuff, baby. That's kind of erotic. Ooh. Yeah. Sony, man, you didn't give me batteries and a lot of stuff back in the day. I used to get mad. This remote is pretty common amongst Sony's new updated line of TVs. Google TV, like I said, you know, some people like a stupid TV or a dumb TV. This is where you get that. So you don't have to use Google TV and have your TV hooked up to the internet. At this point right here in the setup, it says set up as a basic TV.
Maybe all the way at the bottom?
Skip. There you go. Because it's supposed to be dumb. Yeah, you got to accept this. Like, you just got to let Google have its way with you.
Oh.
We're in there. Dude, we're in right now. Let's go, let's go. Okay, hold on now. I like new stuff, man. This is awesome. New stuff TV, baby. Does anybody read this stuff? I'm
sure
probably
somebody.
telling them that they can have all the rights to my future children, my estate, which has like $35 into it. This is where you would go, right? If you're using cable or satellite, or if you're plugging it straight into the wall and getting that antenna coming in. So now it's telling me I need to connect my stuff. Got it like a DVD player or something right there, a receiver, a game, whatever. The speaker sound will be optimized based on the position of your TV. Tabletop stand or wall mount. Wilson, this is a tabletop stand. All right, acoustic calibration auto. All right, I'm gonna sit down.
All right, let me join you.
Dude, you've been doing a lot of sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay, let's go ahead and say yes, allow. All right, it's gonna measure the acoustics of the room. It's complete.
That was quick.
Next. Set up AirPlay. Man, we are not Apple people here, I'll tell you that. Accessibility features, what else we got? So I just set this TV up in a way that the very impatient person does when they don't want any other stuff. They just want a really good looking TV without all the smart stuff, and it's done. It was just that fast. So now when I get in here, I should be able to just start watching TV. Not Google TV, but whatever TV I've input, such as my cable box or whatever. And I had never seen this screen before. We're experiencing all this together.
Yeah, look at that.
So you got your TV right there. You can just click in there and go in there. Let's do it. You kind of need something, right? All right, you got your program guide, which I don't have. Input, dashboard, let's click on that. That looks like your Google TV dashboard, which is fine. Then if you do have some internet, you can actually do a few things here, from Netflix to Prime Video to YouTube. And then you got all of your Sony built-in BRAVIA stuff. My BRAVIA, notifications, clocks and timers. Once you start digging into your TV after you've gotten used to it, clocks and timers is something we literally use every day. I said it once, right? When I first set up the TV, my TV goes on and off depending on what time of day it is, and it showcases nice artwork depending on what time of day it is. So play around in there. Then if you got something going on in your house, like a music setup where you can listen to music and stuff, that's there. Hey, Calman for BRAVIA, you can get this TV calibrated, and they got an app for that. See what's at the bottom of here? It's asking me to set up Google TV. So this is a nice, pretty anti-reflective, like it handles light well. That's what I'll say. handles the light very well. These lights, you're gonna see them, right? But they're not like blaring and, you know, like shining all over the screen. Ooh, Wilson, it is all in popping. They got some good movies, man. Like I watched Venom not too long ago. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Wilson, I don't know what you did last summer, but I do know what you about to do.
What's that?
You about to roll up out my house, kid. Oh, by the way, can you clean that up on your way out?
Sure.
Man, go on. Yeah. Okay, man, I had to run Wilson up out here. That freaking guy, I tell you what. Anyways, so I'm not gonna keep you guys that much longer. I just wanted to share my unboxing experience with y'all and just tell you about my first impressions with the new 65-inch BRAVIA 5. This TV is available from 55 all the way up to 98 inches, so you can get this one in the big boy size if you want to, if you got that kind of space, you know what I'm saying? The BRAVIA 5, in my opinion, is the entry point into Sony's upper echelon of TVs. I actually own now a BRAVIA 5. I've had the BRAVIA 7 for a long time. I've had the BRAVIA X90L for a while, but the BRAVIA 7 and BRAVIA 8 Mark II, as well as a BRAVIA 9. And they all share a lot of commonalities, not only the software and the interface and, you know, how you watch the TV and everything, but they all have this really excellent filmatic look to it. It's just excellence across the board in all of those TVs I just mentioned. And that's something I can really appreciate because I never feel like I'm missing something, whether I'm watching a BRAVIA 5, 7, 8 Mark II, or a 9. You get the same level of excellence and experience with each one of these TVs, so you just never feel like you're missing nothing. Now we need to move on to this BRAVIA 5 right here, and I'll start out with the speakers. They're really great if you're the person that really cares about dialogue.
One more time, okay, buddy?
I am the Whisperer.
Because it's always going to be front and center. But if you're looking for an immersive experience, this TV is not going to deliver that for you. And that's where I get to recommend you taking a look into Sony soundbars like the BRAVIA Theater System 6, because that joint is on sale right now. But now I want to get into like my impressions of the out-of-the-box experience with the TV. Right off the bat, the picture is stunning. But I do have a recommendation. Go into your quick settings, the little wrench button, and then toggle down to IMAX Enhanced Mode. That's probably going to give you a nice general look and motion settings for pretty much anything you're going to watch. And you can fine tune it from there if you want to. That's where I like to watch most of my stuff. Now, among the many praises I will give a Sony TV, one of them on the top of the list is going to be its upscaling. Sony just has a way of taking not so good material and then turn it into something that looks really good, like almost 4K. And that's where I get into watching stuff that's on Google TV or Google Free Play. Like I'm always watching stuff that's on like Tubi and Pluto and stuff like that. It just does a really good job of upscaling that to where it's really watchable to the point where it looks like it's a fresh piece of content when most of the stuff is just reruns. Now, another thing I love about having a Sony TV in my house is the Netflix and Amazon calibrated modes. This is a set it and forget it feature. You set it up one time and then it remembers from there. Every time you go into either one of those apps, it just cranks up and it just delivers the content the way it's actually supposed to be seen. You know, that director's intent kind of thing. Everything just looks so lovely on there. We need that pretty much with every app, you know what I'm saying? So Sony, man, work on that, bro. But y'all know I like watching movies, so let me talk about the content I watched. It was F1. I ponied up the money to get the 4K UHD disc, and me and my wife watched it. Man, that is a great freaking movie, man. They have our dude Damson Idris in there, and of course Brad Pitt. He's the star, right? Brad Pitt. Great movie though. I love the way it was filmed, and watching it on a BRAVIA 5, it just gonna have that look, that filmic look that I loved when I'm watching movies. The contrast and the motion and those scenes where you transition from outside on the track or the wheel into the cabin of the vehicle. Oh man, those are some sweet shots they had in there. The BRAVIA 5 performed like a BRAVIA TV, man. All the motion was super smooth, but you know, not like that stuff I don't like, the good stuff, the filmic motion, you know what I'm saying? And the colors, the representation of how that film is supposed to look, spot on. Now, I don't have my PS5 physically hooked up to my BRAVIA 5. It's actually hooked up to the BRAVIA 9. But because of native PS Remote Play built into the BRAVIA TVs, I got to play PS Remote Play on the BRAVIA 5. And that was a smooth experience, man. Now remember,
the bat signal is on, sir.
I like to hook mine up through the Ethernet cable in the back. You get a nice, smooth, seamless experience, pretty much like you're actually playing on the PS5, man. It's just nice to have that. So if you got a Bravia TV sitting in any room of the house, you basically have a PlayStation for each room, and you don't have to go dedicate yourself to sitting in that main game space. Now, I gotta say, as someone who watches a Bravia 8 Mark II and a Bravia 9 every day, the experience going to a Bravia 5 is actually pretty seamless. The picture looks fantastic. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And that says a lot about the experience with a Bravia 5 and that picture that you get. You're getting Sony excellence, man. They like to do the same thing across the board. You get the Sony processing, the Sony motion, the Sony colors. Everything is built into this Bravia 5, and that's why I actually do love this TV, even though I've only had it for a couple of days, man. It just fits right into the rest of the family. Now, I definitely want to get back to you guys after some time so I can do a longer term review of the Bravia 5, but for now, seriously, if you want to see me compare it to the 7 and the 8 Mark II and the 9, like physically in a video, go ahead and drop that comment in the comment section, man. But until I see y'all again, make sure y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.